First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Caught out left side by Robinson. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it... down now.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
He finds his man, complete. That's Ali. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Now Cousins on 4th down. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by D'Angelo Malone. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go play action. Cousins sliding out of the pocket. A complete to Drake London. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Dumps this one off to Algier. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Cousins to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Falcons 7, Falcons 9. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. But how many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. No gain on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Cousins now from the 50. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They begin the drive with Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. It'll be a 9-yard gain that time, and it'll also be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 1. Play fake. Cousins. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It was Matt Judon that time who worked his way in to blow that play up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Cousins. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Fourth down, Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on 4th down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs. They start on the ground with Robinson here. Now inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. 53 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run with Robinson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Cousins. Escapes the defender. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. Ray McLeod. And he finally goes out of bounds, so he couldn't take it the distance, but all the way inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
At the 9-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Cousins now. And it's caught. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
21, Falcons 7. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. On the stop, it was Mike Hughes.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll run again here with Robinson. Shoves him aside. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Robinson up the middle. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
A 24-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A gain of 12. And a Falcon first down.
To throw, Cousins. That one deep for London. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Final play of the half, Cousins. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing, Cousins. And this will be caught by Mooney. Down the left sideline. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Falcons! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 24.
31. Falcons 7. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Throwing is Cousins. Buying time to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Play action now. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On play action, Cousins. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Matt Judon able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To throw is Cousins. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'll throw again. Cousins. That's complete to the tight end, Werner. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, Atlanta.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they